Hi there, my name is Chrissy, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to continue on with the Umbrella Academy. The last time on the Umbrella Academy we had most of the Hargreaves children finally coming together. In one camp we had 5 Vanya and Luther, and in the other we had Klaus coming to Alison's aid when the sit-in protest at the diner went pear-shaped. Alison, out of desperation to save her husband, used her powers. Unfortunately, that and the sudden addition of 2 very weird white boys calling themselves her brothers, it's only fair that he was rightly freaked out, demands answers, and they've gone now their separate ways. The Swedes had been contracted to kill Vanya. They were unable to, thankfully, after she, out of pure instinct, called upon her powers and escaped. We also got an insight and backstory into Klaus and his rise to being an accidental cult leader. He also sought out a very young Dave and has taken it upon himself to ensure that he doesn't enlist in the army when Kennedy is assassinated. And also Diego and Lila got a little bit closer. I think they slept together, and it has brought out a much softer side in Diego. However, that was all ruined when it's revealed at the end of the episode that Lila is the handler's daughter. So we're all caught up. We're going to get straight into the next episode. Let's do it. 1993.
Please don't kill us.
I knew it. Hazel. It's going to be Hazel. I knew Lila wasn't going to be her biological daughter. Oh, it's 5, isn't it? Oh. So for her parents to be assassinated, they had to be involved in something important, right? So I wonder what that was.
Since I'm without you, every my life.
Right. So you and your gorgeous dress can be the star symbol. Oh, it's perfect.
At the nights I know.
I don't care, I still love the handler.
Longing for you, so lost and alone. Blue is my world.
That's cool.
Protect number 5 at all costs.
She's got a real thing for number 5.
He told you about that, huh?
Well, not all of it.
Is anyone
What
going
caused the
to
apocalypse?
tell her? Dude? Yeah. Good for you, Luther.
But, we all were. You got angry. Lost control, and you blew up the moon. You slammed into Earth, wiping out everything.
Why would I do that?
It's complicated.
Oh,
Why the
shit.
hell did you throw that fight? Answer me!
Sorry, I had a bad night.
Bad night, you son of a bitch! You could have taken that chump's head off in your sleep! You and me. We're done.
Jack, please. Jack. Jack!
Holy fuck.
The clock is ticking on Doomsday. Just tell me that when I need you, you'll be ready.
I can't help you, 5. I don't even know who I am.
You're our sister and a member of the Umbrella Academy. Like it or not, that's who you are.
Look, that's who I was, okay? New timeline, new me.
No, that's not how it works.
So, like, there's like a small part of me that is like, you know what? Fuck this, man. Time jump out of there.
Yes, I'm looking for a patient.
Let it happen.
So what, you just let her go?
Well, Vanya had a lot to process. She'll come around.
I know she will.
Right now, our priority is finding Dad and getting answers. Because everything else depends on it.
I found him already.
And then let him go.
He stabbed me.
I'm surprised he waited this long, Diego. We've all had the urge.
Good one.
Found it at his office while he was busy stabbing you.
I love
Hoyt
Five.
Helicopter
He is
and
my favourite, I
Consulate General
think.
of Mexico.
Oh, wait. Hoyt helicopter? Are you serious?
You know?
We should go. This is going to be a seafood tower.
No, helicopter is one of the Majestic 12. That's Hoyt right there.
I only count 11.
Well, that's because they've only identified 11 so far.
Who's the 12?
Daddy.
Thank God.
Oh boy. Look at her face, she's so happy.
Tell me, what the hell happened out there? I don't know where to begin.
Dave. Oh. Oh, bro. Don't get creepy now.
This is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I know you.
Is this a joke or something?
Dave, if you enlist, they're gonna send you out to Vietnam.
What the heck are you talking about?
50,000 American soldiers and 1 million Vietnamese all die for nothing.
Says you.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Brian.
Makes sense.
Here comes the prejudice.
Pink can actually be very masculine in the right setting.
Is that right? How about you get out of my seat, queer?
Oh.
Wow, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that. Whoa!
You gonna just sit there and
You
listen
don't
to
have
this
to join
pansy?
the
Don't do this, Klaus.
Don't sacrifice yourself for nothing.
Hit him! Damn it!
He's I love you.
Hit him!
I love you.
Hit the queer!
And I know
Hit him!
there's a day.
Hit him!
Yep. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Fucking poor Dave. Do not like it.
I can explain.
Then do it. Please, God, explain.
It's gonna sound so crazy. Can we not get bloody Five some different clothes? Why is he wearing his school uniform still?
We infiltrate.
Oh, he doesn't trust her.
Cut the crap. All right, my dim-witted brother might buy your bullshit, but I don't trust you for a second.
Oh, you little faith.
Stick it up your ass.
Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Oh, finally.
Listen. I'm good.
Good.
Doing good.
He's such a bullshit artist.
Good?
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about that.
What?
We did it again. Apparently.
Did what again?
Ended the world. Or we will in 7 days from now, according to Five.
What?
Doomsday.
You owe me $1.89. Or you would if I'd actually paid for it.
She must know that the handler killed her parents, right? Or was responsible for it. Is it really bad that I don't care about these two being together at all? It does nothing to me or for me.
My father is.
There he is.
Oh, distracted.
Can't be.
Grace! But hang on. He didn't create it yet, right? Was she molded after a real person?
Mom.
Never heard that one before.
Oh my god.
Everything all right, hon?
Oh. I love the accent.
No.
Oh, I love her like that.
Hey,
I love her
Liz.
as mum too.
It was nice meeting you.
You too.
Aww. Well, of course.
We could go somewhere for a few days.
Oh dear. Oh shit. Do something. Just gonna try. I love how her eyes change. Wow. Don't let it go. That is cool. Holy shit. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What was that? Since when could she do that? Is this her vision of her power? Growing?
Tell me and I'll do it. Sissy, I can't.
Oh. It's hard. It's hard because I get it between these two. I really do. But I do not abide cheating, eh? I just... Yeah, I wouldn't still been burned by it twice. Oh no!
I should have been doing this my whole life.
She'll be dead in 7 days. We all will.
Oh no! You're out of juice!
Compromised. Regroup at the backup location.
You know you're coming into an awesome scene. Once the music starts going.
Protect number 5 at all
Protect number 5. Fuck! They always have such the coolest fight scenes with the best music. It's so hard because it's hard to edit them.
Reggie, what are you waiting for? We need to go.
What was that? What did he say?
Who was that?
No one important.
What did he say?
Is that him?
So that was episode 4 of season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. I wonder... I'd love to know what it was that Five said to Reginald. Clearly it was something he understood. It makes me wonder if whatever's going on in this time with him and the kids, is this what brings about the idea to form the Umbrella Academy as we know it? So we finally got Luther and Allison back together again. I'm actually really quite disappointed, sad that things have gone the way that they have between Allison and her husband. I get it. I get why he's probably a bit standoffish right now. And the logical part of me is just thinking, Alison explained to him what happened, but then you have to realise that in the time that they are, or just in general, that explanation is going to sound freaking bonkers. So I get why she wouldn't want to probably put him through that. The whole scene with Klaus, David, and Uncle Brian. When clearly Klaus went about that so wrong, and every single step that he took was just wrong. He shouldn't have done anything at all, to be honest. He should just leave Dave. If we're going to really get down to brass tacks, he should just leave Dave alone. Let him live his life. The way that he lived his life was ultimately how they met. And okay, yeah, he died in Vietnam, and it was a waste of a life. I mean, it's hard because I understand, and if I was put in the same position, would I want to do something like that? And maybe, you wouldn't not think about it. But what he did, he went about that whole thing completely wrong, and I so felt for David, because you could see it in his eyes and in his face when Uncle Brian started, calling Klaus, a queer. That shook Dave a little bit, because clearly he knows that he's gay, and he hasn't come out about it. And to hear that come from his uncle, he's scared. Perhaps his uncle knows a little bit, which is why he's pushing him towards joining the army, because it makes a man out of you. But when Klaus just started going off about, when he got sent away the first time, he should have just left it at that. But to come back and then start telling Dave that he loved him, that just set the uncle off. And even though I'm sure it hurt him to do, not so much because of Klaus, but for his own, for himself and in his own self, to hit Klaus after being goaded into doing it, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to have to keep that part of yourself as a secret. And my heart breaks for him, it really does. And for Klaus too. But Klaus should know better. Though I guess, once the adrenaline's going and your heart's and your heart is going, and you're looking into the face of the man that will one day love you back, knowing what happens to him, your rational mind goes out the window, I guess. On the other side of that, like I said in my reaction, I don't care about any kind of relationship between Diego and Lila, and I feel bad about it, but them two together as an item, I don't feel, it just doesn't, it feels hollow to me. Like, I just don't care. I don't care about any kind of relationship they have, and I don't think you're supposed to not care. I think you're supposed to be invested in it, because they're both crazy, and they found each other, and they have that they butt heads, and and you're supposed to I think you're supposed to root for them as even though it turns out that who she is. But I just don't feel anything about their relationship. However, as much as I distrust Lila, I do like her. I do kind of like her. She's very quippy. She clearly knows how to, defend herself. I don't think Jago looked too annoyed that she chose 5 over him. He didn't look too annoyed by it. Though we might get that in the next episode. I love though that number 5 doesn't trust her at all, and I love how he's so upfront about it. I love him so much. I liked him in season 1. He was such a cocky shit, and he's just even more cocky now, and I love him even more this season. It always seems to be him that has to try and wrangle all the kids together, and I feel bad for him because they never go along. They never seem to believe him about this kind of things. I feel bad for him, but we know they'll get there in the end. Of course they'll get there in the end. How they get there though, I can't wait to see. Vanya using her power to not only lift the lake, which was cool. It was like she literally breathed life back into Harlan. The golden droplets that went into his throat. Again, is this a growth in her power? I know in the comics, they have like their powers grow, I think. I've never looked at the comics before. I did watch one. Klaus was able to grow his powers to manifest Ben, and as we saw in the beginning, he had manifested that whole group of warriors, soldiers. So is this something else that Vanya can do? Can she bring people back to life? I mean, was Harlan dead? It was on the cusp, clearly. I hope we get a little bit more insight to that. Also, it makes me wonder if she's able to do that, what Diego could do. Because, I mean, he just has wild accuracy with his knives. There's got to be more to him than that. Anyway, who knows? Like I said, maybe we'll see that in later episodes or seasons. Is there a season 3 coming? I'm not sure. But as I was saying anyway, Vanya with her powers, and also the other problem that she is facing at the moment, which is her and Sissy. Now, I said it before, clearly they have a connection. I understand that Sissy has problems in her marriage, with an absent husband, and like she said, a son that can't talk to her, and it makes you feel lonely and shut away, and then someone comes along and makes you feel things, and I get that, and as any human would, I imagine they would want to hold on to that as much as they could because they want to feel things. And I get it, and I get that it's probably the same thing for Vanya as well. Obviously, the moral problem here is that Sissy is married, and that's what makes things difficult, I know every situation is different, and I'm only speaking from from my own personal experiences. As someone that has been cheated on twice now, there's one thing that I cannot stand in real life, and even in shows, is cheating. And it might sound really silly, that you get so pissed off with it, but it's just something that I can't stand. Nothing, very rarely anything good ever comes out of it. Everyone is just going to get hurt in the long run, and I think it's cowardly. And that is just me. That's just from my experiences. It probably sounds pretty harsh, actually, when I come to think about it. But my whole thing is, I would rather break someone's heart. No, I wouldn't. But I'd rather be honest. I'd rather have an honest discussion and have my heart broken face to face. Then find out about it weeks or months later in a video that I happen to see, or photos that I happen to find. I don't know what the answer to it is, but I hope it's what I'm worried about it. What I think is going to happen in the next episode is perhaps they will sleep together, but Vanya will leave. She will leave anyway, because I think the threat of the apocalypse that is coming is too great to ignore, and she will leave to try and fix that somehow, or be a part of it somehow to fix. Anyway, moral lessons over. Again, let's just put that out there, that it was just a personal thing. If you think something different, that's good with you, that's cool, think something different. In my experience, I don't like it, and I would rather get all the sadness and hurt and bullshit out of the way first before you cheat on someone. Anyway, we're going to leave it there for this episode. Thank you for watching with me. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and we will come back next week for more Umbrella Academy. Bye.